With Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Colvin. 22-year-old Robert Vasher will spend the rest of his life behind bars. A Barnstable Superior Court jury yesterday found the Hyannis man guilty of the 2008 murder of 16-year-old Jordan Mendes. The murder was described as a violent takeover of the Mendes drug business. The victim was found in a pit off Jennifer Road in Hyannis. Vasher has been sentenced to life in prison at MCI Cedar Junction in Walpole with no possibility of parole. Barnstable Town Council meets tonight. 5 new councilors are on board, and tonight is their very first meeting. On tonight's agenda, Barnstable County Commissioners will provide an update. The council will recognize the state champion Barnstable High School girls volleyball team, and there will be a discussion regarding interim town manager Tom Lynch. I spoke with Town Council President Fred Chirigotis this morning about tonight's meeting. He says he's looking forward to working with some fresh faces.
We have a new arrangement of the council, so we have 5 new councilors. It'll be their first meeting. I expect we're going to have a very, it'll be a very pleasant, and the agenda's pretty big. We'll have a lot of people making presentations, so it'll take a while, but I want to welcome our new councilors.
Exactly, and of course they have been sworn in. They were sworn in last week, and I know that they met with you at all and have gone through some sort of initiation, a little acclimation, some lessons, what have you, to get ready for this meeting.
We did have an orientation session on Monday this week. It went from 5 to 8 o'clock. All the new councilors showed up. There was, let's see, Vice President Barton was there, and Janet Jochum came, and it was, very interesting to talk about the orders of the day and rules and how we get through items and measures and there's just a whole host of things to learn. Interestingly enough, we have a number of councilors who've been through the Leadership Academy of Town, so they're pretty well aware of what the town does and how it gets it done, which is very good. We have a councilor who was a member of the Zoning Board of Appeals and a number of other boards and commissions in town, so it's not like people are starting from scratch. These are knowledgeable, independent, very sharp individuals. I think it's going to be a very good council.
Fred, of course, as we mentioned, we have the new councilors joining us this evening. Going to be some interesting action ahead. One thing I wanted to talk a little bit about was the appointment and compensation of the acting town manager. Tell me a little bit about this particular item on the agenda for tonight.
Well, as you know, we had a contract was given to the town manager earlier this year to terminate. And that happened, I believe his last day was September the 15th. And on that day, a 90-day appointment was made for the assistant town manager to act as the interim town manager. That 90-day appointment expires on the 15th of December. So we have to take some action whether to appoint another town manager or to extend that contract. I think the proposal is to extend that contract for 90 days. In the meantime, the assistant town manager, who's now the acting interim town manager, has been performing not only his former job, but the job of the town manager without compensation. And in Barnstable, the policy has always been, the personnel policy has always been, when an individual is acting as the department head, that he's paid at the rate that the department head was paid at. So there has been no additional compensation offered to or presented to Tom Lynch since he's been acting in that position, so we really have to correct that, and then we need to figure out is how we move forward, at least for the short term. Now, one of the items has been the expectation. First, we had an election coming up, so we didn't know how that would turn out, and now that we have an election, we have new councilors. It's important that each councilor has the opportunity to weigh in with their opinion on how we move forward and what is appropriate in their opinion, so that that's where we are.
Do you have a feeling this agenda item may open the door for some discussion that could include our former town manager?
You mean where we go in the future? I think.
Right.
I've had conversation with a number of people, and I think that what happened. And I haven't had conversation with the new councilors about this, but I think, actually, I mean, maybe only in passing. But my opinion is that. Any conversation with regard to the with regard to John Klim has to include John Klim's opinion. So it would be nice if we could say, we're gonna do X, Y, or Z, but you can only do certain things if you have agreement on both sides of the table.
Exactly.
So I guess we need to figure out is how we get get us all to the tables to see if we can have a meeting of the mind.
Town Council officer nominations will also be discussed at tonight's meeting. Town Council meets at 7 p.m. in the Town Hall's second-floor hearing room. It will be aired live on Channel 18. The annual meeting of the Friends of the Barnstable Council on Aging takes place at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Director of Senior Services Madeline Noonan has the details.
Yeah, the Friends of the Barnstable Council on Aging are they're the non-profit wing of the Barnstable Senior Centre, and basically the board fundraises on our behalf so that we are able to tap into additional funds that they raise primarily through dues. So each year, and we're going into 2012, so they'll be requesting their existing members to sign up again, renew their membership, and also seek out new members for $10 a year. So if you make a payment of $10, they always welcome additional donations. All that money comes back in some shape or form to help the senior centre, and there are numerous ways in which they do that. You know, they've helped us. For example, we just talked recently about we had hired a new part-time van driver, and that was through a donation through the Friends to the senior centre. They help us in many ways throughout the year. So we encourage people to become members. You don't have to become a member of the Friends to utilise the senior centre. It's something that's above and beyond that. But last year, I believe they had about 800 members. So the annual meeting tomorrow is really just an opportunity for them to get together. They elect their new board for the coming year and also elect their officers, so there will be a new president and vice president elected. And it's really just an opportunity for them to talk about the accomplishments this year, and then going forward next year what they hope to achieve, to help us. And it really, is very much of a partnership between, the Friends of the Barnstable Council on Aging, the Council on Aging, and the staff of the Senior Centre. We all work together to try and improve the quality of life for the seniors, identify what the needs are, try and raise funds to meet those needs. It's sort of like a three-legged stool.
Surely. And so tomorrow's annual meeting, is that just open to current members of the Friends of the Barnstable Council on Aging, or people?
No. This is an opportunity for anybody to come in and learn a little bit more about what the Friends do. We actually serve breakfast at this meeting every year, so it'll be a continental breakfast with baked goods and coffee and juices, bagels, that kind of thing. So we just encourage people to drop in. If you're interested in the Senior Centre, how to get more involved, specifically with regard to fundraising, we would love to have you come in and be a part of this, because, now more than ever, we really need, the Friends have always been important to us, and they're a large part of the reason why we have a senior centre to begin with, because of the capital campaigns they had done to help raise funding. But, with the economy the way it's been the last few years, we're very fortunate to have the Friends to be able to tap into some of their funds, but we need them to keep raising, because as we know, when we talk about the senior demographic and it just continues to grow rapidly, we need to be able to continue to meet the needs of the seniors. And unfortunately, on the municipal end of things, things have been very tight and will continue to be so. So the Friends, we need to build up that group.
That meeting begins at 9 a.m. tomorrow at the Barnstable Senior Centre. It is open to the public. Well, have you ever wondered what to do when you've got concerns about your neighborhood? You are not alone. Working with the Hyannis Civic Association's Voices of the Village groups, the town's Regulatory Services Department is putting the finishing touches on a brand new hotline. The phone line will be answered by a real person during normal business hours. It'll be in place to answer questions residents may have about various concerns that arise in our neighborhoods. Regulatory Services Director Tom Geiler anticipates the new hotline will be up and running by the first of the year. And finally, the next session of Inside Barnstable Town Government soon begins. The free 11-week academy educates citizens about the operations of town government. Town staff provide interactive learning experiences, group discussions, and site tours. Applications are available in the town manager's office or online at town.barnstable.ma.us. With Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Colvin.